All right. Welcome to Campaign 2, Echoes of the Empires. Description. 20 years ago, Eryndor nearly crumbled beneath the wrath of a goddess born from sorrow. From the ashes of divine war, its kingdoms rebuilt, scarred but standing. But peace is fragile, and power never stays buried for long. Across the sea, the Empire of Valoria watched, patient and calculating. Now with Eryndor still weak, the Valorian Empire has launched a brutal campaign to seize its lands and forge a new dominion. Drafted or conscripted, the players find themselves aboard the first wave of Eryndor's counterattack. What begins as a military campaign soon unravels into something darker. Opening up with the map.
It's not loading.
That's perfectly fine. So, in your head, you hear a female voice just slightly echoing, a memory calling to you. As you're walking down these cold streets, you hear the words, "A pilgrimage of truth can be a quiet thing until it is not." The wind continues to bite you as you walk these crumbling streets of Mide. You see the sun peeking over the distant ruins. Its warmth is nice against the ache of your limbs. It's been weeks of silence, just you, the road, and the letter from your mother. But now the spires of Mide rise before you like a promise, and she waits for you. You pass shepherds and merchants. Some make way for you, wary of the staff on your back and the horns on your head. Still, no one stops you. The city is open. Within the busyness of the stone streets and cold stairs, you follow the directions from your letter. A garden shop, tucked behind a bakery, just where she said it would be. You scroll over to the bottom left of the map.
Yeah.
You will find yourself approaching this house as described per the letter.
Mhm.
You reach the door. Everything about it is as described. You turn the handle. It creaks open. Inside, you see plants, dried herbs, carved wood. And as you take your first step into the building, you hear loudly behind you, "Ahem! Excuse me."
Yes. Can I help you?
You are suddenly approached by the city's guard captain and his men. You see armored figures standing there. The captain raises his hand, and suddenly, in an instant, your arm begins to achingly burn. Upon your forearm, you see a golden seal flash, circular, arcane, branded without touch. The guard captain goes, "By the order of the Council of Eryndor, you've been selected for conscription. Report to the harbor by dawn."
What the hell?
You got that?
Harbor, dawn. Yeah.
He just looks at you, and he kind of gets like this Let me see here. Let me roll for him actually real quick. You see him, he has like this, like almost like one eyebrow up. Like he doesn't believe that you're actually going to arrive to this place. And he doesn't turn away from you. Instead, he crosses his arms and he just stares you down. Do you do anything?
Yeah. Give me. I guess I don't really have much, do I? I don't really have anything in my bag. I was gonna give him like a token or something that I'm gonna come back for. Listen, I'm tired. It's been a long journey on the road. I'm finally at my destination. I'll be at your harbor at dawn. As long as I can get some rest in here.
You see the guard captain smirk and he goes, "Ah, a defiant one I see. As a matter of fact," and he throws a scroll at your chest. And upon looking at this scroll, it seems to be just a bunch of formal, like, scriptural talk, just basically stating that you've been selected. And at the very bottom, you see a wavy, very fancy signature signed by the King of Mide, Lazarus Quinn. And he goes, "Yeah, I don't think I trust you." And then suddenly he begins walking this way, and the guards immediately take hold of you and start dragging you away.
Damn it.
And just like that, it's a long, long journey from the mountains to the city. You never even got to see your mother.
Damn.
Up next, Baurus. You are in the backyard of your family home. You are training with one of the Knights of the Claws. Your swords are clashing, shields bashing into each other, a lot of loud grunts. And you hear a ringing in your head. And it's your father's voice. And it repeats, and it echoes. And you hear, "Greatness doesn't wait permission." You continue to hear the sounds of your blades echo. You lift your hand to wipe the sweat off of your face. And the knight before you, both hands on their sword, are breathing heavily. They look exhausted, as do you. However, you have the taller figure. Your composure is stronger and your back is straight while they're kind of hunched over and breathing heavily. When suddenly, your old sword instructor approaches, walking towards you with that dramatic, slow clapping. And you hear a little bit of a chuckle as he's grinning towards you. And he just kind of goes, "You are your father's son." However, the praise burns more than it soothes you. Seeing him, you know exactly what comes next. He's summoning you. As a matter of fact, he tosses a scroll into your chest. And upon opening and reading it, you see a bunch of formal writing, and at the very bottom, it is signed, King Jareth. The sword instructor goes, "Your father wants to see you. He's in his room." And he walks away, and he kind of just disappears over the corner. First knight kind of backs away, finally getting a breather from your guys' training session, and goes, Must be important. You should probably go see him. I'll wait for you.
Oh, I better see what my father wants. Who knows how long this could take.
You see them kind of like sheath their sword and they go, very well, I'll go for a little walk then. And they kind of
Understood.
just, you see them kind of like marching along this way, roughly. So as of right now, you're in the backyard of your house.
Well, I suppose I'll head inside and make my way up
That's
my
a window.
father's room.
That's a window.
Not window. Okay, I wasn't sure.
Crash!
I can't make it out.
You just hear shattering.
What?
Okay, yeah. Looks like a door's over here.
The fenced porch,
yeah,
but
I'll hop the fence.
just hops the fence. All right.
Yep. Then head inside the door and head upstairs to my father's office, I would assume.
Actually, it's the very room in the corner.
Okay.
This area. All right. So you walk through your house. As you're walking through, you realize that your siblings are not home. You hear your mother in the kitchen. She's more than likely prepping something to eat. You walk to the door of your father's studies.
I'll knock twice.
You just hear like a loud like, "Come in."
I'll open the door and head on through.
As you enter the room, some thoughts cross your mind. Some of those thoughts are the people around you. Friend, foe, soldiers, mentors, everyone. Some of them, you know, look at you with respect. Some of them look at you with resentment. Every step you take into your father's office, he has like a bold stare as you approach him. You're reminded, you're the youngest that was ever considered for the claws. Many of those within and outside of them believe you only got your position through favoritism. However, you know that this is your destiny. Inside your father's office, you notice that the air is heavy with incense and musty old paper. He doesn't speak much, but instead, you see him lean over to the side, and he pulls out this long box. Very beautifully, like intricate designs, handcrafted, carved by what you would imagine would be one of the most greatest craftsmen within Mind. And he sets the box down. And he goes, "Prove you're more than a name.
A name is only as strong as those who make it, and I will make it great."
He places his hand on top of the box, and he lifts the cover. Inside, you see this purple velvet wrapped around something. He pushes the box closer and goes, "For you. Take this with you."
I reach my hand forward and I grab the cloth over it and pick it up.
All right. Do you take the cloth off?
Yes.
So as you unwrap this purple velvet, it strikes you immediately that this just isn't any standard item. As a matter of fact, it's a sword. And not only is it just a sword, it is your family's sword, the Redguard sword passed down through many generations. Again, in your mind, this is the future you chose. You're doing this for your country, your kingdom, your pride, your family name, to finally be something that is yours. Your father stands up and he puts his hand on your shoulder and he just kind of gives you a stern nod.
I take the sword, attach it to my belt, and just ask my father, when do we ship out?
You see his eyes just kind of like almost like a slight squint, and he just goes, "Now."
Then let's head out.
And just like that, no symbol, no magic seal, your fate has been guided by your own hand. And you both leave as you have one final walk together to the main kingdom of Mide. Adam! You have been running away for a short while. In your head, a voice rings. Almost a harsh memory, perhaps. It's a lower voice, and it tells you, they didn't expect you to live this long. Over and over as a reminder. You hear rain hitting the top of the rooftops. The streets are quiet. Every now and then you hear the rustling of people opening their back doors and throwing their garbage away. You come across a couple beggars and even some interesting looking folks whispering about. You just sold a relic. One of the last from your job. Enough to give you coin for food and a warm bed. You hop a fence and you start walking along walls. You're getting closer and closer to the place you've been hiding out at. However, something feels wrong. Your usual path to your hideout. You sense that it's no longer safe. A woman stumbles past you. However, she doesn't really take notice of you. In fact, you take notice of her, and you pause. And she starts seeing this strange mark, this golden and circular glow burn into her forearm, and you hear her wince in pain as she's trying to hide it and run. Then immediately, behind her, you hear the clanks of armor marching. And then you feel a hand touch your shoulder. As the hand touches your shoulder, your forearm begins to burn. And you yourself see the same golden circular mark seal itself onto you. Behind you is the guard captain. He immediately shouts at you. By decree of the Eryndor Council, you've been drafted into military service. And he takes a scroll and shoves it right in your chest. Upon looking into it, you once again read lots of just what seems to be formal writing, And at the very, very bottom, you come across a signature. As a matter of fact, there are actually 2 signatures on this one. And it says, King and Queen, Damien and Poppy Stoutfang, in fancy written cursive.
What makes you think that I'd like to fight in your bloody war?
It isn't long before you are now surrounded by his men. All of them with their weapons drawn, including the guard captains, and he goes, "Looks like we got a defiant one with us." And it isn't long before the 2 guards behind you bash the back of your head with their shield and knock you out. All you can remember is the taste of dirt and whatever else is on the ground slipping into your mouth as they dragged you face forward to the docks. You find yourselves sitting. You hear the creak of worn wood. The smell of salt is in the air. You hear a rhythmic groan of sails in the wind. You look around you. Behind you, in front of you, to your left and right. You are surrounded by people who are in a similar situation as you. There is no banners, just conscripts. Silent and bitter, all of you bound for war that most of you did not choose to be a part of. Each and every one of you were put on this ship on a different day before you all set sail and ended up here. The ship you were all placed on is called Windmere. It was a converted trade bark stripped for speed and filled with soldiers now. Let me check all of your guys' 13, 12. Okay. Y'all passed the passive. You guys all immediately notice there are no officers on board. No one is barking orders. You only see a few armored guards here and there. You've been known to call them commanders. You've been at the sea for 5 days now. You know that below deck is a claustrophobic mess of crates, makeshift bunks, and the stench of sweat and salt. You also know that you are on board with royalty, and that no one is allowed below deck except for the Duke himself and his men. So everyone on top has to make bunk with their bench that they work on all day. You look around further, and you find yourselves maybe glancing over at a couple people who are playing dice. You see another group of people playing cards. Others are just huddled by themselves in silence. And straight ahead, the ocean stretches endlessly. Each of you have been placed in your specific section of the ship. Your bedding consists of a couple blankets and a pillow that's just under your bench. And when nighttime comes about, you can pull those out and sleep under the bench or on top of the bench. You notice that everyone around you seems to be very diverse. There's not what seems to be maybe a majority of one race over the other, or even what their specialties are. You seem to be on a very diverse ship of what looks to be just people of all backgrounds. So everyone stands out. This is the first time you've met anybody on board. Everyone here has no titles, except for what may mean something to you, means nothing to everyone else here. No powerful or fancy lineages. No particular insane past. Just men, drafted strangers, drifting slowly towards death. Windmere rocks gently. You hear a couple people puking over the ledge of the boat. You see sailors or the other soldiers about changing shifts. Some people are leaving the bottom of the deck to the top. But all that's filled in your mind is that war draws closer and closer, and there's nothing you can do about it. But speaking of nothing you can do about it, what do you guys do? The ball is in your court.
I suppose we're all just like at our little oars, right? Rowing along.
Yep.
What am I doing in the back there? Am I holding like the direction udder?
No. You know that you and the guy that you're sitting next to, or standing next to actually, you guys are actually keeping watch of the rear of the ship.
Oh, so we're kind of facing the ocean?
Yes. You're essentially kind of like leaning over the ledge. You guys swap shifts. So every now and then you will swap with one of the other soldiers who are rowing the boat. And then other times you're sitting back. It's a lot of rotations. You know that right now what you're doing is your job right now is to just basically watch the rear, make sure there's no other ships sneaking up on you. Potentially even any like sea monsters or anything like that. Your job is to just basically keep watch for a couple hours before you swap again to start rowing. All of you also know that you're all set on schedule, so there's times where you get like hours of free time, and then there's other times where you have to spend it rowing the ship. You have your nighttime where you get to sleep, food breaks, things like that. So a lot of it is really routinely. It's very organized. You guys aren't in any way, I guess, being treated poorly. It's essentially as if you are working a job. You have a place to sleep, you have your duties, and you have your breaks.
Can I roll a perception check on just the ship in general?
What are you rolling it for particularly? Are you trying to spot something? What are you looking for?
I guess the ship, the other crew members. I don't know, see if anyone's a little suspicious, you know?
Okay.
Just having a general look around, eyeing people.
Sure.
Okay.
$15. All right. So again, let's see here. You, again, as mentioned before, you are on a bark. You know that these are particularly very large sailing ships. Now, obviously, just for clarification, I understand that the ship you guys are currently on, like in the map at least, is not a bark. But that was the closest I could find.
Gotcha.
But
it still seems pretty big.
For clarification, for anyone who doesn't know what a bark is, think of your traditional pirate ship with like the three masts, very large, giant ship, like 50 feet long or 50 meters long, that type of deal. Just really huge. So you know that you're on that. Like I said, you guys have been here for 5 days, but you haven't really talked with anybody because this all came to you as a shock. Like, you guys were taken immediately that same day you were confronted and then thrown on the ship within a span of a couple days or more. And now you've been sailing for 5 days, and it's just still something that you're just kind of anxious about, I'd say. So yeah, you haven't really had the time to talk with anybody. You've just, for the most part, everyone has been kind of keeping to themselves, including the other soldiers who have been brought along. Speaking of the people that had been brought along, you take a look around, and everyone is wearing the armors that belong to the city that they hail from. So you know that from your time in history of, living in Eryndor, well, actually, all of you, born and raised in Eryndor, you know that you recognize the different armors. You recognize the people who are from Arkenvale. They're wearing their armor sets. You recognize people wearing the armor of Mide, armor of Vakeen, armor of Eldoria, and then you even recognize some of the smaller, like, not the big major kingdoms, but like the smaller ones, the areas that dukes are in charge of. You see like their armors with their little patches, but for the most part, every single person has an additional patch added to their armor, and it's the kingdom of Eryndor itself. So you guys are able to recognize each other despite the different armors. You're able to tell that there's all types of people from different backgrounds. You see fighters, you see bards, you see clerics, you see paladins, rangers, druids. You're surrounded by all sorts of folk, all of them different races. You look around, you see halflings, you see elves, you see lizard folk, dragonborns, dwarves, humans. It's like, again, as mentioned before, it's you notice that you're surrounded by a huge diverse amount of people. No one in particular stands out to you other than the fact that you know that there's a private group of men and a duke below deck, who no one has seen, by the way. They've been below deck this entire time.
Huh.
So, does anyone know where we're going?
I mean, you would know where you're going. You've been on the boat for 5 days.
Well, okay.
Uh,
I guess we have been rowing. Maybe my guy hasn't been paying attention.
So, but at this point in time, your character would already know that you all have been drafted. Those of them who aren't drafted have personally signed on to join this war. You guys are sailing to the kingdom or the continent of Valoria. That is what used to be the neighboring continent and / kingdom, empire. And now that about 20 years ago, so you know that 20 years ago, Eryndor underwent a gigantic war which almost annihilated every kingdom, and it was a war between Eryndor and the goddess Nim and her champions.
Okay.
From that point, you also know that despite all that destruction that was caused, another goddess appeared named Seraphine with her army and attacked Eryndor while they were weak from the already war that was happening, and it led to massive destruction. And although everyone came out victorious and beat the goddesses, the kingdom has been basically rebuilding for the last 20 years, trying to regain their former glory that they once had. However, the Empire of Valoria saw this as a weakness, and they have attacked Eryndor several times now, and now Eryndor is retaliating by sending its own troops along with its drafted citizens to defend their empire. So right now you are on your way to the Valorian Empire to fight.
Okay. So maybe with that in mind, my guy doesn't ask that exact question. All right. So we're all just doing our jobs, right?
Yes. So let me just see one thing real quick here, actually. So quite literally, all of you were either just born or were only just like barely a toddler around the time the war had ended. So all your lives, you guys have actually only known, like, I'm not gonna say poverty, but like, you know, you've seen the war torn your war torn kingdoms essentially.
I'm gonna look over to the guy next to me. I'm just go, this war, huh? What do you think?
So to your left, you see this this halfling. He just kind of looks back at you, or well, looks back up towards you, and he just kind of crosses his arms and just goes, "Yeah, really wish I didn't have to be here right now, but it is what it is. Gotta prove something to the family."
Ah. A family name to prove, huh?
He looks at you and he kind of sticks his hand out up towards you, all like offering a handshake. And he goes, "You're damn right. The name's Alric Mercury. My father's the general of the Goblin City."
Pleasure to meet you. I wish I could give you my name. Alas, I don't have one. So, you may just call me Initiate.
He just crosses his arms and you see his face kind of like just scrunch up together, and he's just kind of like, "Initiate, huh?
That's right.
There a reason you don't have a name?"
The elder monk at my monastery never gave me one. I hadn't earned it yet. Which I suppose is what I'm doing here.
Kind of just does like a slight head nod, just kind of like, "Huh, okay."
And I'll kind of look up towards the sail and not fully under my breath, but just kind of mutter, just like, and snatched before I could see my mother. This damn war.
And since now that you know who he is, his name will update, so now you know who he is.
That's cool.
He also just kind of like not exactly hearing what you said, but he did hear the end of like that, this damn war, and he just kind of just nods his head in agreement, just like, "Yeah, this damn war. Better things to do."
Agreed.
And you see him kind of like step up on like this smaller box and then kind of like leans over the ledge.
The laugh was not in character. That's just the imagery of stepping on a box. Meanwhile, I'm like 6'4", 6'2".
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, he is much tinier.
I'm huge. But
all right.
I guess maybe like 6 foot, or not maybe 6 foot. I don't know. I think I like toe to horn tip. He's like 6'2".
Mm-hmm.
But what time of day is it?
I would say it's like noon.
Okay. Do we still have like all our, I guess you said we had our armor. We still have all our weapons and stuff too.
Yeah.
All right. Just wondering.
Yeah, the basically the governments and all that allowed you guys to bring with you your armors, your weapons, anything that'll basically that you're comfortable with, that'll improve your ways in war. Yeah, they're not going to force you into something that you're not going to be comfortable with. They basically the only thing they did was they put the Eryndor patch on all of your guys' armors. So that way you guys can recognize who is who.
Gotcha. So It's about noon. It's high noon.
Mm-hmm.
I'll kind of glance back out towards the sea, watching for boats.
All right.
Do I know when shift change is, or is that something like that you'll...
It's something I'll throw in there.
Okay, you'll just throw in. Okay, to get things moving.
Mm-hmm.
You said there's all sorts of people around. Can I possibly spot a bard?
You can roll for it, yeah.
All right.
I would say like DC 10 perception is all you'd need to spot. There you
Dirty
go.
20.
Damn!
So you kind of just like sit and you look around a little bit. There's one person that is directly behind you that you can immediately scope out that they are a bard. Looking past her, you also see another being just a little ways down the ship who seems to be kind of they have an instrument with them, but they're dressed oddly.
All right.
But as far as you can tell, you are able to spot one bard and then a second person with an instrument.
All right. To the one that I know for sure is a bard, I'm gonna look at him and just ask him, you know any decent songs that you could be playing for us to be working to?
She looks up at you and she goes, yes, as a matter of fact, I know plenty. Is there any you have in mind?
Just something to, liven our spirits to make working easier. I'm sure you must know plenty of shanties.
She smirks, or actually, as a matter of fact, she kind of gives you like a devious smirk, and she goes, you got it. And in her bag, you can see that when she opens like the top notches of the satchel, you see like a violin, you see a flute, you see like a hand drum. Like she's got all types of instruments in there, smaller ones, of course. And she specifically pulls out violin, and she just immediately starts like kind of just doing these quick little strums, these quick little tunes, and immediately you are able to recognize one of the shanties that she is playing. And you kind of feel the mood lighten a little bit now. It doesn't feel so heavy as it did before. As she's playing, and kind of, I'm not gonna say a solo, but just think of it as like an instrumental, like interlude. She takes the time to speak back to you real quick as she's playing and goes, "My name's Leora Windwake. What is yours?"
Baurus Redguard. Are you a construct or did you volunteer?
She goes, "I was taken."
I'm sorry.
She just kind of nods and goes, "And you?"
I feel like I've been training my whole life for this moment, but at the same time, I'm not sure. I did volunteer.
As you say that, she kind of reaches the part of the song which sounds a little bit more dramatic, and so she's playing like more somberly now, and she just kind of goes, "I see. Well, I hope things do work out for you, and whatever you are looking for in this war."
I'm not really sure what I am looking for.
She kind of smirks and goes, "You've just inspired me to write a song about something like that. I'll get back to you."
I can't wait to hear it.
And I keep forgetting that we're not using mics, but oh my god, if you guys could see me right now, I'm like doing like all of these hand physical motions right now.
Go ahead, turn on your camera.
All right. Anything else you guys do say while you guys are here?
Can we hear
Just as
the
long as
music
she's
at the back of the ship or no?
Whoa, 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 whoa. I heard like two people talking at the exact same time.
Yeah, I'll let Clay go first.
Oh, I was like, can we hear the song, the music up front? Like, can we hear it in the back of the ship?
Like I would say like the further it goes, it's a little bit more faint.
Okay.
However, considering where you're sitting, you don't hear the violin as loudly as obviously like Baurus, who's sitting right next to her.
You're right.
Closer to you, you actually hear a flute.
Oh.
And this is the person that Baurus saw with the instrument, but they don't look like they're a bard. They're following along with Leora's playing, and they're basically just performing the same song, but just the flute
accompaniment.
They're call and response. They're doing the response.
Mm-hmm.
Where is the flute player?
Considering where you're standing, you don't have to look too far. They are this person right here.
That one. Oh, okay. So they're playing. Okay, cool deal. I was gonna see if I could hear or see them playing, and tell somebody at our back of the ship to do the same.
They're identified as flute player.
The flute guy.
Flautist.
All right. Anything else?
I think that's it. That's all I'm really thinking about doing. I'm not going to leave my post. Is this flat, or are we like, how far up are we? This is a mundane question, but
Like
it might just be the
10
map
feet
that makes it look
up.
like we're kind of up.
I mean, it's not that much higher. Like,
Okay.
Up 5 feet.
yeah, I'd say like 4 or 5 feet stairs leading upwards.
Okay. Just wondering.
No, no. I'm just gonna enjoy the music and keep rowing.
Keep rowing.
Yep.
The day goes on, but nothing really exciting has happened that's any different than what you guys have already seen. It's about break time now. As you look around the ship, you see like a huddle of like, I would say like maybe 5-6 people kind of huddled together in a group. You can see them that they're all playing cards. Towards the back of the ship, you see another huddle of people, and they are arm wrestling, just a little bit of competition. And once again, Leora and the flute player are also just kind of minding their business, just playing their music. And that's about it. So it's up to you guys if you choose to mingle or not. Well,
I think I go over to the card game.
I'll put these here.
So the boat's just stationary right now? Or are we still kind of moving?
You guys are still kind of moving, but while Leora's playing, she's also just keeping kind of like lookout. And it's probably roughly, I would say, the same over here as well with the flute player.
Okay.
Let me just make
I'll
sure I
hop
got
down
the
then.
right people. Okay, you are actually. And then we got the crowd down here, which I believe was how many? Okay, so it's these three down here. The others are playing their songs. And then these four are kind of just mingling, drinking together. So there you go. You got basically three different groups that are spread about doing their own thing.
These three people down here by me, what are they? Are they playing? Are they...
They're
what
arm
did you say they were
wrestling.
doing? Arm wrestling?
Yeah.
Huh, that's cool. I kind of just glanced down at them, and I just kind of nod and watch. Not,
Well,
not sure that I've seen this in the monastery, but it does look fun.
I would say for sure, two of them you do not look down on.
Oh, really?
One of them, yes. The other two, no.
Oh boy. I meant look down like not in a literal, but just kind of glance over. Are they not sitting on like with a table? and their elbows?
No, they're standing at like a makeshift table.
Oh, okay.
So just kind of give you an idea of what you are looking at.
I'm waiting for the picture to pop up.
Oh no. Just giving their races so you have an idea of like who's competing right now. So yeah, you see this half orc and this Goliath, just massive men, just or hands locked in. They're sweating, they're just grunting loudly, and you see them just like going back and forth. And all of a sudden, you see the Goliath just kind of swing the hand over and smacks the top of the table.
Damn.
And the half orc just fucking like grabs their tankard that they were having. They just kind of smash it on the ground. And they go, double or nothing. Loser buys dinner when we dock. Assuming they can lift a spoon after. And the Goliath just kind of goes, you betcha. And the halfling just kind of like crosses his arms and he's just like smugly watching the two, but at the same time intrigued, almost as if he wants to partake, but doesn't know if he can take on these giant men.
I'm gonna kind of scoot around them and go here and meditate.
All right. Baurus, you're still watching?
Yeah.
All right. So you see them go at it a second time. Except this time around, you see the half-orc suddenly twist his wrist in an odd position. And suddenly, he has power over the Goliath, and he slams his hand on the back of the table. You see the halfling before you. His eyes widen a little bit. And he kind of goes, so, strength isn't always about biceps. It's about technique. Interesting.
You can do a lot. You can do a lot of power if you have the right technique and even more leverage.
He agrees and he goes, or he nods his head in agreement and goes, yeah, I agree. Baurus? And as he looks up at you, you recognize this halfling. You know that he is the son of the general of your kingdom.
How have you been, Ethan? Your father doing well?
He puts his hands on his hips and he just kind of goes, yeah, more or less, I guess.
You
What's that?
I would say you didn't want to come here, did you?
He actually nods and he goes, actually, I did. I want to prove something to my father. I want to prove that I'm more than just a name. Not just his son. I want to be my own warrior.
Yeah, that's a good ambition.
Alric, on the other hand, he's a little upset. Don't get me wrong, he signed up, but he didn't want to be here.
Yeah, he more so likes to be in the books, from what I remember.
He nods and goes, "Yep, following father's footsteps. Artificer wants to build the first floating city. Like that'll ever happen."
Anything's possible if you dream big enough.
We'll see. We'll see. How about you? How are things back at home?
They're good. My mother seemed to be doing well before we left, so... And my dad, he's, well... my dad.
He just kind of like nonchalantly just kind of does like that, looks down at the ground, but kind of just nods along to what you said and just kind of goes like, yeah, I get it. And then he looks back up at the two, the Goliath and the half-orc, and he goes, "Why don't you give it a shot, Baurus? You're a tough guy from what I remember."
I was just waiting for one of them to give up, and then I was gonna step in.
The half-orc, overhearing this conversation, just kind of goes, "Well, looks like the Goliath is sitting down. Why don't you come over here?"
I will gladly step up to the table.
The Goliath kind of steps aside. And the half-orc goes, "I imagine you know how to arm wrestle, yes?"
Just a little bit.
"Then put her there." And he puts his like elbow on the table and sticks his hand out.
I do the same. Get in a nice firm grip.
And for this, you both will be rolling, let's see here, your strength checks.
Alright. And let's get the show on the road.
All right. So the way it's going to work is it's basically a battle of numbers. We're going to see who rolls the highest.
Nat 20?
You take this half-orc's hand, and he tries to pull the same technique on you that he did to the Goliath. But as he does it, you counter-reverse his technique with a similar one, and instead, you twist his hand, forcing him to not only bring his whole arm down to the table, you make him basically fly to the side, unhands you, and just kind of like face plants into the ground. And
I'm sorry.
you overwhelmed him and just sent him flying. And he gets up, dusts himself off. Ethan's looking at you with like this wide eyes, just like, "Well, I knew you had it in ya." And the half-orc gets up and he goes, "Okay, double or nothing." And he slams his elbow on the table again. And
You want to go for round 2?
and he demands a rematch.
Okay.
All right, so again, you guys roll for it.
19.
So you both go again. This time, it's almost an even matchup. He learned the technique that you used on him. He's trying his hardest to prevent it. Arms are kind of like, one's leaning your way, one's leaning his way. It kind of goes back and forth. And then at the very last minute, you kind of just tighten yourself up and you push him all the way, and his hand hits the table. You beat him a second time. And the orc just kind of groans, just like, all right, tough guy, I get it, you win. And he kind of reaches into his pouch and he tosses you like 20 gold coins.
Oh, damn. Well, thank you, good sir.
He just kind of goes, yeah, whatever, and he sits back down. The Goliath comes around and goes, you want to try me?
Hell yeah.
Let's wager more than this little half-orc. And he drops like a bag of like 50 coin on the table.
Damn. Most I got is 38.
Put her
So,
all in.
Sounds good.
All right.
So yeah, I take my 38 gold and put it on the table.
So now you two are gonna go at it.
Crap, that's only an 11.
He takes your hand, and you feel just the massive strength force of his hand grip. And rather than even using his own body weight and muscles to kind of bring your arm over, instead he gets you purely by just tightening his grip on your hand, causing pain. And as you're trying to like squeeze back, it's just not enough, and he slams your hand over on top of the table. And he kind of just chuckles and just goes, thanks for the money, bub. Ethan chimes in and goes, round two? And you see him like drop a bag by Baurus, and he goes, like the other guy said, double or nothing, right?
I'll give Ethan a nod and be like, thank you.
He winks at you and he goes, you got this. The Goliath just laughs and goes, I'll happily take more of your money. And he puts his hand back up again.
All right, let's do this. 15?
You both go at it again. Hands tightening, this time a much more even match. Both are going back and forth, this time the Goliath actually using his muscles to try to counter you. Your hands are swaying back and forth, and then at the last second, as you're overcoming him, his hand just swings back and slams yours on the top of the table. For roll purposes, you lost by 2.
Damn.
God damn it.
He takes the money, and he goes, any more, little guy? And Ethan just kind of, just quickly just shakes his head no. And he kind of just like grabs like the back of like Baurus's like your like the back of your armor. He just kind of goes, all right, come on, let's go. We have to come up with a game plan. We need to get that money back.
Okay.
He just sits down over here. And while you two are talking, does anyone else do anything on the ship?
Yeah, so how's this card game going in front of me?
All right. Let me see. What do I got? So, you got a various mix of people. You have what looks to be like a human, a being you can't exactly identify, a halfling, a gnome, and 2 goblins. They're also standing around a makeshift table, and you see the human kind of just like dealing the cards. There's a couple like pieces of gold in the center. Let me see here, just to kind of update it. So you see the human just kind of call out, "Game simple. Lose your coin, lose your pride. Play if you've got guts. Or step aside if you, you're poor or, got excuses." Something like that. He goes, "What about you, horned one back there? You plan to play? Or are you a little poor?"
I wouldn't say that I'm necessarily poor, but I'm just watching for now.
Ah, excuses. All right, back to the game. And now you see like this group of people, they all just kind of like let out a little bit of a chuckle. You see the 2 goblins kind of like standing on barrels, and they're just like hopping up and down like little lunatics. The person directly to your left, you start seeing their face morphing and changing, and then they entirely become a different race. And you hear one of the goblins yell across the table, "That's cheating! It's 2 people!" And you hear another you hear the gnome from across the table go, "Ah, pipe down. He's just a changeling." And
Much can he really change, though? How do we know he's not changing the cards in front of him?
everyone just like slowly turns back towards you. And then you hear the human go, "If you're not participating, I highly recommend you keep shut."
Well, deal me in.
The human smirks at you deviously, and they make room for you at the table. 2 gold coin to enter.
Question to DM. Do I have 2 gold coins?
We're about to find out.
Click inventory on your character sheet.
You have 0 gold coin.
Let me see. Let me see. Can... Alright.
Oh, homie, you don't even
I
have
owe you.
anything in your inventory.
Shit. Alright. Well, it seems I may not have 2 gold coin now, but I promise I can pay you back with this round's winnings.
You hear
Yeah.
both goblins kind of go, "Oh, he's cocky! He's cocky!" And you see the gnome just kind of like roll his eyes and then back to like the human and just kind of go, "You're really gonna trust this one? What if he loses?"
I assure you, good sir, I never lose.
You look over and you see the halfling. He kind of smirks and he goes, "You know what? I trust this guy." And he flicks 2 gold coins and he's all like, "Count him in."
Wait, sorry, question. Who did that?
The halfling.
Oh, hell yeah. He's cool. Wait, where's the halfling? Oh, okay. Sorry, didn't see that.
Alric.
But a little buried.
You don't know who he is yet. That's why I'm referring to him as the halfling.
I got you.
So,
Thank you.
Alric looks at the halfling looks at you, and he kind of goes, "Don't worry about cheating. I'm keeping my eye sharp on these people."
I as well, friend.
And the way this is going to work is you have to roll insight, and you are going to battle their hand.
Okay.
It's a cool mechanic.
So again, it's just similar to the arm wrestling. It's going to be a battle of the dice again to see who rolls the highest. Oh my god. Round 1 at the table goes by. Most of them fold, except for you and a couple others. And as the round comes to an end, you win, and you take that round's pot. As you said you would.
I toss 2 coin over to the halfling. As promised, 2 coin paid back from this round's winnings. Is anyone down for another?
The human smirks and he goes, I like this guy. Let's go again. So for that round, you earn, since you gave 2 back, you get 12 coin.
Nice. Do I need to update that?
If you want to make a note of it somewhere, because we'll see by the end of this how much you won or lost.
Okay. I can only go. I'm poor. Alright. Okay, got that in.
All right. So now we will go again. Same roll as last time. They're gonna try to counter your roll and see who rolls the highest. All right, you guys go again. This time, the gnome folds and he steps out. He just you just hear him mumble under his breath, fuck this game. And you just hear them kind of mutter, but you can't exactly like hear what they say. They just kind of go back and just sit over here, and they just start like sadly rowing the ship.
Damn. What'd you deal him, human? He's back to rowing.
Orin just shakes his head and he goes, little pathetic creature he is. Don't mind him. And at the end of that round, you won 14 more gold. If you choose to play again, it's the same exact roll.
Right then, lads. I suppose I can't sit around all night taking your money. I best be off to other things. Thank you. I tossed 2 more gold coin to the halfling.
You just see like Alric chuckle a little bit. And then the human just kind of just scrunches his face at you and just looks at you with irritation. Alric steps away as well and just kind of sits down and watches the table between the 3 of them. All right. I suppose back down here. Is there anything you guys are doing now? Back to Adam again, since they're clearly gone.
Suppose I meander
Oh, no.
on. Oh.
I was gonna say I'm good at the moment. I forgot I was muted.
Oh.
Gonna meander on over here. Past these drunken fools. And I notice these 2 in a hot discussion about something. Seems pretty heated, but I'm interested. So I stand nearby.
Are you trying to hear what they're saying, or?
Yes, I am trying to listen in.
All right, roll perception.
Okay.
You need 15 or higher.
Fuck. Damn.
Well, you're just kind of like watching them from a distance, but you're literally saying but like you're not saying anything. You're just quite literally just staring at them. And Ethan kind of like taps at Baurus, just goes, maybe we need to find somewhere more private. We clearly have people watching.
Yeah, maybe we should go. But at the same time, I'm just gonna turn to Adam and be like, "Can I help you?"
Oh, me? Yes. I was merely interested in what you all were talking about. I don't know really. Call me nosy, but I am looking to make new friends. What's all the hustle and bustle?
Hey, DM.
Yes.
Just trying to figure
Since
out.
he's standing next to me, can I try to tell if he's lying?
You can, yes.
In my meditative state, see if he's lying.
That will be. Let me see here. Insight.
Insight. Okay. 18.
And that depends on Adam. Are you lying? Oh well, actually, don't say it out loud. But I'll put it this way: if you are lying, roll deception. If you are telling the truth, roll persuasion. Make it a. If you haven't rolled it already, please make it a private roll.
Wait, how do I do that?
On the roll, right click, and then there should be an option like everyone's self or dungeon
Hmm.
master.
And would I be sharing this with you, Alec, then?
Yeah, whatever you roll, just tell me the number. Or message me the number.
Or you could set it for that so you see the roll also.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see.
Dungeon Master.
I should be able to see the self roll, but if I don't, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Did everyone else see that?
Yep.
Really?
He did
What
not
the
roll.
Did
I
you not click
clicked
it?
Dungeon Master. What the fuck?
You're supposed to click self and then hit roll.
I hit Dungeon Master.
Wait, what do you mean you
Okay,
hit
wait,
Dungeon
let me-
Master?
Like, it's like Cody said.
Oh,
There's not
no, ignore that
Oh.
one. That was me.
everyone for DM.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out what you clicked on because there's nothing here that says Dungeon Master.
Well, if
On
you're
D&D
For us,
Beyond.
there's an option.
screenshot, yeah.
For us, there's an option for DM.
Is there?
Yeah. Here, I'll just put it in the general chat to show you the option that I am seeing. What the fuck? I took a snippet of it. Technology, I tell you what.
It's gonna take over the world one day.
Mm-hmm. This shit. Why won't it freaking paste into the chat? Oh. God damn it. Do I need to share my screen just to show you? Fuck. Alright, let me just try the other one. Self.
Here, I'll share mine real quick. So when we right click on a skill check, so everyone's self for Dungeon Master. So we can select the option.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
yeah.
that's what I
he
hit
selected.
before going back.
But it
And
showed
then-
everyone.
But did you hit roll at the bottom after you selected that? Or
Oh,
did you
no,
click
no.
There you
I
go.
went back,
Yeah,
yeah.
that would be
okay.
why.
That's what it
That's-
is.
That's why.
Okay.
That
Oh,
would be
son of a
it.
bitch. Son of a bitch. I tell
You
you what.
goddamn
So he's trying to lie. Or he's telling the
Tiefling.
truth. No, he's telling the truth.
Yeah.
But I don't know that.
now that that's out in the open.
All right, so
I tried.
in other words, initiate, he's telling the truth.
Yeah.
You can tell that he is telling the truth.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I don't do
Alright.
anything with this information.
Alright.
Or not yet.
All right. But as I will say this though, as you two are talking to each other, initiate, explain to, I guess, all of us, what is Adam seeing?
When he looks at me, or
Yes.
oh, well, sitting in a crisscross applesauce on the bow of the ship, I'm guessing, is a red tiefling, not like bright red, but he's like a crimson red, so a darker red, with ashy black hair and red horns, about 6'2" if he were standing. Eyes, can't see him at the moment because his eyes are closed, but fairly built, wearing a gray tunic, with kind of like a red sash around it, and an emblem in the center that has his it's a crest from his monastery, but all you would see is just a crest, and then on his robe is the Arcan Veil patch that they sewed on for the continent, or what would be Mide for me, wouldn't it? I guess, since I was taken in Mide.
Yes, because that's where you were.
Okay. It would be the something for the patch for Mide. I forget, do tieflings have tails?
I believe they do, yes.
I think so.
His tail is just kind of wrapped around his waist.
All right. Nice. Is that it?
Yeah, he's kind of sitting crisscross, hands in front of his chest.
Okay.
That's it.
And
He's just sitting there.
And in return, Adam, what does the initiate see?
He sees a young adult tiefling, albino in skin color, 5'11" in height, with crimson eyes and red hair. If he's got a good approximation for weight, you would guess Adam's around 170 pounds. Currently I am standing, my arms crossed, and my right hand kind of perched on my chin in a, like, curious position, you know? Am I describing that right? Yeah. Pondering. Questioning.
Did you describe like weapons? I just realized I forgot to do that.
I don't have anything on my character.
Ah.
I
forgot
literally
to
just got 24 gold pieces. Well, I'm not naked, but probably just some like ragtag robes, sort of a sitch.
Sorry, I forgot to mention the ornate quarterstaff that's on his back. Very detailed wood, very intricate. Looks aged, like it's been passed down.
All right.
That was his narrative.
And while Adam, you were watching the two people ahead of you. And I believe that Baurus did initiate a conversation asking, like, what is it you want? Baurus, what do these two tieflings see when they're looking at you?
5'11", about 190 pounds, bald, black, and beautiful.
The darker the chocolate, the sweeter the whatever. I don't know.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
Chocolate rain.
All right, I guess that's his description.
No, he's got the signature armor of the Claw, which is the highest, essentially the secret service of of where he's from.
Damn.
He was the youngest initiate to get into them, so he does have quite an assortment of weapons. He's got a great sword, his family's sword, which I did not know about, and a couple javelins.
Mm.
Which, what kind of sword was it? Just like a long sword, or?
Let's see here. What did I have it? It was a greatsword.
Okay, so in reality, I could change my current greatsword to
The
just
family sword.
the family sword.
No.
No, it would be different.
Yes. Give me 1 second.
Okay. Well, just add it to my inventory, I'm guessing.
Yep, if you refresh your screen, it should update.
Okay. That's why I was asking if you just added it. So I'm like, ooh, let me just refresh.
So you can choose to keep that to yourself.
Oh.
Choose.
Yeah, no,
You
I'm
or your
keeping
crew.
that to myself.
All right.
I'll be keeping that to myself for now, because that is interesting. Like, very interesting.
All right, all right, all right. So,
Honestly, I feel like with that, I would have left my just regular greatsword at home after receiving this.
well, there's a man in front of you without a weapon. Although I don't think he can use it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Imagine you take the weapon and then you just break the edge off and make it a dagger so he can wield it.
I did just address this halfling and big beautiful black man in front of me with a question. What all the hustle and bustle was about.
You asked Baurus or you asked the halfling?
Both of them. Both of them.
We were just discussing ways to gain back the money that I had lost.
Oh? You seem to be at a loss in funds. What's the situation?
I just lost I just lost an arm wrestling match or two. Nothing too strenuous.
So more bronze than brain, it seems. Well, what are we strategizing as far as getting a return on that loss?
Haven't really thought of much yet. We were more so just catching up since we haven't seen each other in a while.
And who, might I ask, did we lose this coin to?
The big fellow over there, the Goliath.
Well, I say we pop on over and have a chat with him. Why don't we? Do we
Might
want
I
to
ask
go over?
what you want to have a chat about?
Why? To get your coin returned.
Ethan looks at Baurus and goes, "Why does he want to help us?"
I'm not really sure.
Call it, the starting domino of a chain of goodwill between shipmates and friends.
I'm not really concerned about the money. I will be able to get quite a bit more once we get to land, so
Well, my. It seems you do not need my help then. Ah, well. Best be back to my business, I suppose. Fare thee well, shipmates.
Ethan just kind of like does like that little like the one hand bye. It's kind of like bye bye, and he looks at Baurus and goes, "Well, that was kind of weird, don't you think?"
tieflings are a weird bunch in general.
How loud do you say that?
Give me a perception check, and I'll let you know if you hear it.
I was just about to say that too. How loud did you say that?
14. But I mean, look how fucking close.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, probably loud enough to where you would have been able to hear it, but not Adam.
I'll just I'll just open my eyes a little, look up towards where I heard it come from, and just kind of I'll nod my head and go, nothing new, and then I'll stand up and start kind of heading this way.
That's how fast you two jumped in on that.
It's the good old, did you say that out loud?
But in this instance, how loud did you say that?
Right.
Who are you offending?
Right.
Everyone.
What'd you say about my horns?
All tieflings horns need to be capped for safety.
So, did you say that out loud?
Fantasy Airlines.
And then how loud?
All horns need, and then it turns out like
Just
these three on
yelling
the
at
side
the
are
whole
tieflings.
show.
Actually,
Two
yeah,
out
I
of
was-
those four in the quarter are tieflings.
I was about to say, hold on, let me
All
see
just
what they're.
glance over.
Let me see which ones were who.
Suddenly, the flute player back there is also a tiefling.
All right, the drunk people next to you. Let me see what they were real quick. All right. Well, wait. One of them. Hold up. Hold up.
The Duke below deck is a tiefling.
Did you say tiefling specifically, or was it just the horn comment?
Without the horn comment, I didn't actually say that one out loud.
Okay. I was gonna say they're not a tiefling, but they have horns.
I think that was a nod to like a fantasy airline TikTok.
It was.
Let me see who else is part of this little
Tabaxis,
circle.
please do not make briskets in the chair in front of you.
What about the guy? Playing behind you. Hello. What are you? Oh. Okay. Well, I think you guys are in the clear. Wait, I lied. There's one.
Dang, it's like a bingo card.
There's
It's
one.
like a
It's
Wheel of
literally.
Fortune.
It's literally this one. You hear you hear a what did you say?
I was just saying that tieflings act a little strange sometimes. But then again, so does everyone else.
As you say that, you see the shadows that he was casting around his body and along the ship from other various items all spike up and then calm down around him, and then goes back to resuming as normal shadows.
That's cool.
He just kind of glares for a minute and then turns away and just kind of goes back to looking overseas.
I'll give him a respectful nod.
I mean, he didn't see you, but yes. He had already looked away. All right. Who else are you guys offending?
Can I walk up to this group of drunk folks? So, how is everyone tonight?
Tough crowd.
None of the drunks respond?
You just kind of see them all, like, look at you. You see one guy just take a swig.
Mmm.
And
I see. I see. Spirits are grim. We are off to a war after all, so that's understandable. But I come to you with an offer of perhaps protection, security in these uncertain times. Would any of you be interested in perhaps avoiding this certain death that lay ahead of us?
the first person sets their drink down. They look the least drunk out of the four. He approaches you. He crosses his hands together, brings them to his chest, and he just kind of just like inspects you, looks you up and down, and he goes, I assure you, tiefling, we do not need your kind's protection.
Oh. Well, it
Now,
seems...
begone, fiend. And he resumes back to his drinking.
Damn. Hard F and everything.
Well, it seems I'm not wanted here either. I'd best be off.
Typical.
Wander off.
You see the little kobold on the table, just hopping up and down like frantically, and just goes. The little kobold just goes, yeah, tell him, Carwin.
I do love my kobolds. So adorable.
The kobold starts shouting out loud. Did you hear what he called me? Get him!
Oh, shit.
And suddenly, you now have a group slowly walking and pursuing you. The kobold walks up directly to you and just kind of goes, you take that back!
Oh, what, my little friend?
He just looks back around to the two others behind him, and he looks back at Carwin behind you, and he just goes, okay. I think you all know what to do with the likes of this one.
Wait,
Can I-
wait. What is it that you think I said?
Let me see here. Who else?
Where's the nearest commander?
There isn't one.
Hmm?
From what I remember, Alex said it's just us grunts on the ship. There's no higher officer.
There's like
Oh.
people who call themselves commanders.
Oh, okay. I thought we had like a.
The real only authority there is technically on the ship are the people
The
below deck. The Duke and his
Below
guardsmen.
Where's that door to get down there?
There's like no door visually on the map, but
Right.
it's towards the back.
Oh, okay. Can I see what's going on over there? Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to go flying into the ocean. Can I see what's going on back there? Me and the other tiefling.
Like the fight that's about to break out?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. I would imagine you're hearing this scuffle and yelling now of like 4 drunkards, and now you see them all kind of just like circling Adam over here.
Shit.
And
I
then-
kind of turn towards the big black man and go, "You, excuse me, salty air." I look towards the big human in armor. I go, "That tiefling may require our assistance. Shall we wake the guards below, or settle this as up here?"
I highly doubt they care about what's going on up here, but we can't let. In reality, we can't be fighting amongst ourselves, so we need to be helping them out.
And I'll tap the tiefling next to me on the shoulder and go and ask him, "Our kind requires assistance."
He just looks back at you and goes, another race war, I see. Kind of stands up and crosses his arms, stretches a little bit, and he just goes, use me for intimidation if you will. I'm not gonna fight. We already got a war ahead of ourselves.
And no fighting is intended. only support in numbers. So I'll start heading over here.
Alright. I do kind of want to try and either deceive or persuade them not to start fighting me.
We're heading over, so I'm imagining while
yeah.
I'm gathering people, you're doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
All right. What are you planning to tell them?
I asked them what they thought that I had said.
The kobold like literally like jumps off the ground and like pushes your chest back, and he just kind of goes, "You know what you called me."
What?
He just looks around in disbelief. Do
I
you
was
hear what he
simply
is
saying-
saying? He insulted me and is pretending like he doesn't know what he said.
I was simply saying that I have the utmost respect for anyone who is brave enough to go on such a war and to deny someone who offers them protection in the face of imminent doom. I have no insults for you, good sir.
You start feeling the source of magic towards your back. And you start seeing, do you turn around?
No.
All right. So all you hear is muttering. If any of you speak I believe it is like the ancient language.
Wow.
Or I think is
see.
it ancient or is it a me see.
Um,
I think it's Abyssal, right?
I do speak. I do speak Abyssal.
Uh-oh.
All right. Oh, wait. No. Let me see. Oh, no. Celestial.
Mm.
I do speak Celestial.
Oh, you do speak that as well?
Damn.
All
I
right.
think I'm on the pipe.
Wait. Oh, you do. Okay. So, let me find my notes here. You, at least specifically, like Initiate, Baurus, and then the other tiefling you guys brought with you. You guys see Carwin. You see that his eyes have turned pitch black. You see like cracks developing around his mouth and around his eyes, and it's followed by more like black lines. And you see his hands moving in like a rhythmic pattern, and as he's muttering, all you hear is a slight, or actually you feel a slight vibration coming from his lips. And you hear him repeating the words, Sorathiel, 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 unbind, unveil, undo, Sorathiel. As for Adam, even though you're not seeing what he looks like and what he's doing, you do understand what he is saying. And you realize that in the tongue and language he's speaking in, he is saying, Seraphine, she who watches, release the seal, reveal the hidden, unravel the veil. And he's repeating the hymn over and over and over, and you're feeling his source of magic growing stronger.
Immediately upon hearing the name Seraphim, I'm gonna need to turn around and try to clock this guy, unfortunately.
You just hear the kobold go, "You look back at me!"
So I am not able to turn around?
It's up to you. You have free will, homie.
Yeah.
Can I cast something while that's happening?
You can.
I'm gonna cast Thaumaturgy. And I'm gonna use it for booming voice. And I'm gonna say, I think this will be an intimidation check, because it says for the duration you have advantage on charisma intimidation checks. But I'm gonna say, all right, that's enough. Back to your stations. Just real fucking loud.
All right, let me see here. Okay. Is there a roll for that?
I think it's whatever. I guess if it's an intimidation or whatever, I have advantage on it. That's the only thing it says. I don't know if there's really a roll. It says your voice booms up to 3 times as loud as normal.
Charisma.
So you're using it to boom your
Intimidation.
voice. So I'm
using it to boom and tell and command them to go back to their thing. Like I'm trying to sound intimidating.
So is that persuasion or is that intimidation?
I guess the way I'm saying it, I'm basically not trying to persuade them to go back. I'm telling them go back.
All right, so then yes. So roll intimidation then with advantage.
Advantage. Cripes. Ooh. 17.
All right. Let me see what they roll. Carwin wasn't drunk. He was the least of them all.
Least of. Okay.
The kobold on the other hand, he's fucking wasted.
What'd you call him?
Like half a drink, and he's gone.
All right. Ooh. Okay. So you shout that, and everyone else kind of like turns back around and just kind of like the gnome just kind of like, whatever. Didn't want to pick a fight anyways. And the kobold's all like, watch your tongue next time, wannabe devil. And then he comes back and goes back to his table. The dwarf as well. And then you see Carwin. His eyes revert back to normal. The black lines around his eyes and mouth kind of like zoom back into himself, like they disappear. And he stops his little chant and he's just kind of like, maybe next time then.
Out of character. Thank God.
And then the tiefling over here just goes, well, it seems you got that handled. Don't bother me again.
Thank you, friend. Seems I was in a bit of a tussle there. I do appreciate the help.
You're you're welcome. Perhaps it's time that we settle in and keep away from certain folks.
I do agree with that sentiment. And then I guess I head over to my station. my beautiful chair.
Do we I guess the ale they're drinking or whatever, do we pay for it technically, or is it just part of supplies?
Part of supplies.
Okay. I'll kind of look towards Baurus. I'll offer my hand and go, appears backup was not needed. I feel quite lucky, but I appreciate the backup.
No need. We can't be fighting amongst each other with this war coming. We need to have each other's backs, not be at each other's.
Agreed. And I'll kind of not mingle here, but I'll kind of move towards these two guards.
All right.
Making a mental note that Carwin was chanting something.
I'm just gonna head back up to the front of the boat and give Alaric a nod on my way back up there and just go back to my post.
I'm gonna go back towards Adam.
You need something from me?
The chanting that elf was doing. I'm not familiar with the language, but it seemed to spark a reaction from you. Do you happen to know what he was saying?
Friend, I'm not sure you want to know what he was saying. But I will let you know, not everyone seems to be as aligned with our position in this war as you may hope. Best be on your wits.
I appreciate it. I'll make a note of that elf. Be on guard, I suppose. And I'll kind of pat him on the shoulder and turn to walk away.
All right. I'd say at this point, it's a little late afternoon. You guys did more sailing, got back to work. Had your lunches. You start seeing the sun go down a little bit. It seems that tensions are much more cooler now that, certain people aren't drunk anymore. Also lost track of where everyone was sitting, so I'm just moving them around.
The flute player was... Alric was next to me.
Yeah, he was jamming.
Well,
Flute
that's
player was in
fine.
front.
They're rotating shifts. But yeah, so nighttime's approaching. A couple people call out. Basically, you start seeing people kind of like relaxing again.
PTO.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, the people are relaxing again. And you just kind of hear like brief conversation amongst people. Just casual chit chat. Nothing too crazy, nothing too serious. At least as far as you can tell.
No magic chanting.
No magic chanting. Now that night's approaching, what do you guys do? This is basically your guys' like final rest hour before you guys sleep and go to the next day.
I will turn towards the flute player and pull out a lyre from my bag. Can you teach me how to play this?
Let's see. All right. Who was this one? I actually made a small mistake, but it's all good. It don't matter.
Did you flip Leora and the flute player?
No,
Oh.
I had accidentally race swapped. I had the wrong character pulled.
They're actually a tiefling.
No. So yeah, sun's going down. You ask the flute player can teach you. They look at you, and their how do I put this? Their face is kind of unsettling. Very pale, humanoid looking, of course. Sunken in eyes. And as they turn towards you, you see him shifting before your very eyes, and he turns himself into a tiefling. And he puts the flute down. He goes, you want me to teach you how to play?
Yes.
I suppose I could show you a thing or two. He kind of like puts the flute down, and he kind of like gestures for you to like get in playing position.
Mm-hmm.
And he starts kind of like showing you like all the notes, and he's just kind of like, yeah, like showing you the notes. He's like hitting certain certain strings and just trying to like show you like the sounds they make and trying to walk you through it and explain it to you.
Mm-hmm.
By the time he finishes just kind of like showing you the basics of like understanding the instrument and like note playing, the sun is almost all the way down now. So definitely, a couple hours had passed by.
Mm-hmm.
You are still nowhere near fluent to be able to play it, but you now have a general idea of how it works.
Okay. I thank him and I hand him a gold piece from my bag.
He takes the coin, nods at you, puts it in his pocket, and then the moment you turn away, he kind of shifts back into the first form that you approached him in.
I'll kind of mutter under my breath, just fascinating.
All right. Anyone else?
I think I'm good. I just count up my gold coins and put him in the pouch. Or something.
With Leroy doing watch right there, I'm gonna just ask her if she's had any progress on the song.
She looks back at you, and she kind of goes, I've got a couple lyrics here and there. I'm still trying to feel a melody out for it, but, you know, songs don't write themselves in a day, so I'll have to let you know as the progress continues.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Okay, so you said the door's at the back of the ship, sort of.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's like... No, we're kind of just on either side. It's kind of would be in the center. Where's my pointer? It would kind of be like right here. Say these are stairs. It'd be kind of right here.
Yep.
Okay. I'm actually gonna come down the stairs. See if I can listen to what's through the door, if I can make anything out.
We have to roll a perception check. Need 20 to pass.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, alright. I'll go back upstairs. 8.
All you hear is the wood creaking, things shuffling about, and ocean waves.
Huh. I'll just kind of... I wonder what's going on down there.
You say that out loud?
Mm-hmm. Just kind of as softly as I said it just then. Just after I just kind of lean against the wall, watching the ship, but listening and, you know, not hearing anything. Just, I wonder what's going on down there.
You get a kind of like a casual response from Ethan, who's kind of like right in front of you as you said that. And he just kind of goes, well, I'd quit wondering if I were you. No use in meddling in royal affairs, especially if you're not one yourself. It can be quite the dangerous task.
I'm inclined to agree. Royal affairs are how I ended up on this boat. Instead of... And I'll just kind of trail off there.
He just kind of looks at you with like a puzzled look, and he's like, huh? And then he just shakes his head and just continues setting up his bed.
I'll go back up here. Lean over the rail and think to myself.
All right. Everyone else said they were done? All right. Well, as everyone is sleeping and getting ready to sleep, and or people already are sleeping, the initiate is still keeping night watch, and Baurus is shifting into his night watch. Let me see here. As this is happening, Baurus and Initiate, you two are essentially just minding your business. You guys are just doing your thing, just like I said, just keeping watch. And as that is happening,
What?
the ship creaks gently as it rocks across moonlit waves. The clouds above part just enough to reveal all the stars before closing again, a sign of an uneasy sea. The air turns cold and damp, while sleep comes easily to some and not all of you. And to one among you, dreams do not come at all, but instead her. Adam, you find yourself no longer on a ship. You're standing barefoot on a beach. This intricate, what looks to be like a stone mixture with glass carvings. The sky churns with storm clouds, but there's no rain. Ahead of you, a black sea rises and falls, glimmering with unnatural light. The wind begins howling like a wounded beast. And then your body becomes overwhelmed with all types of feelings you can't even explain. The only thing that comes to mind is you feel her. And suddenly before you, you see her. A towering woman steps among the waves. Starting at her feet seems to be ocean foam, and then it builds into a tall standing figure. Her skin is moonlight on water. Her eyes are cyclones, spinning storms with no center. She approaches you slowly. She does not raise her voice towards you. She does not need to. She simply says, "You trespass. I watched your kind build fleets. I heard you and your people whisper of conquest. Now you sail into my seas, weapons in hand, and expect mercy?" You attempt to open your mouth and speak, but all you taste and swallow are salt, and you begin coughing. I remember your kind, burning the reefs, poisoning the pools, named storms after yourselves, attempting to take our honor, my honor. She leans in real close to you, her head alone the size of your body.
Damn.
You feel a pressure in your skull just pulsating. You feel like you're gonna die. You fall to your knees before this gigantic woman, a god's presence trying to drown your thoughts. You were not chosen. No, far from it. You were taken, marked without consent. And yet you stay with these people. You stand arm to arm with them, all of you holding your weapons together. You speak of duty. She brings her hand up before you, and in her palm, you see a gigantic whirlpool spinning and spinning. And within it is unleashed hundreds of screams of terror, unbearable, agonizing pain and screams fill your ears. All of them is the ship that you're on and the other ships surrounding you, sailing for war. This is what awaits your army, and if you dare step 1 foot closer to my sanctuary, you will learn that the sea forgets nothing. And before you, her vision starts to shapeshift again. You see her becoming one with the sea. You see the ocean rising as it sweeps you into it, and now you're drowning. You feel pressure and the water filling your lungs. You feel your body collapsing. You see yourself sinking, and the light is just nothing but a speck above as everything becomes dark. Then, a voice fills your mind like a lullaby. You hear a whisper in your head. I am Naraya, goddess of the sea, and I do not forgive. You rapidly wake up in a sweat, gasping for air. You hear the waves smashing the ship, and the others around you are peacefully asleep. When you know something has changed, you can feel the magic in the air. You feel as if you and the ship and everyone around you are being watched now. It isn't long before the dark sky turns to morning, but yet there's a strange feeling. You almost want to say that you see something off in the horizon, where the sea is no longer blue, but a large aura of black beneath, and you're sailing right towards it. The wind has died completely, and the sails flutter as if caught in breathless anticipation. You see fish rapidly swimming past the ship in the opposite direction, some swimming so rapidly that they're flying past the ship, literally leaping out of the water and falling back in, trying to rapidly leave the area. Suddenly, you hear a thunderous crack in the air. Everyone is jolted from the sound that has scared them. You hear a large groan, but it's not around you. It's not coming from above. But as you get closer to the Black Sea, the groan is coming from below. And the ball is in your court again.
Do we all hear the groaning?
Yes, you guys do. Yeah, you guys heard the thunder crack and then the groaning.
Everyone sees the clouds and all that shit.
What the hell is happening?
You hear the changeling respond to you. You've never seen a storm before?
Not on the water.
Get used to it. It happens a lot.
I need to speak with the commanders. They are... Where's the door to lower decks? Alright.
Down towards where I am.
Gotta walk up to it. I'm knocking.
You hear no response.
I knock harder.
Still no response.
I investigate.
All right, roll investigation. Need a DC 20 to pass. God damn!
Damn!
All right. So you've concluded that this door is heavily barricaded and locked and can only be opened from the inside. You know that whoever is in there is more than likely not going to come out, and that's for the very reason that they locked and barricaded it.
I kind of look down and go, having trouble?
They're gonna let us die out here. We've pissed off more than some clouds.
The initiate, like his eyes just kind of go wide a little bit, having never been on a fucking boat before. Hearing, what just the changeling had just said to him, and now that we've pissed off more than clouds. They've widened just a little, like a realization of, oh shit. And goes, let me try something. And I'm hoping this works, DM, casting thaumaturgy again with, one of the things is invisible hand. It says you instantaneously cause an unlocked door or window to fly open or slam shut.
Mm-hmm.
can. Oh, it calls an unlocked door. Never mind. I'm sorry. The door's locked.
That shit's locked. The fuck?
I read it like unlocked door and swing it up, and I'm like, who needs locks? Whoosh. I'll use the force. um. Never mind then.
Well, we've got to do something quick. We're not gonna survive this storm ahead.
What do you suggest we do?
Can I have a look around at the crew and see what they're all like doing?
Sure, yeah.
Are they
imagine-
rowing?
Everyone's
all
on.
just rowing.
Everyone's just kind of on their start getting ready to start their shift. Some people have already started rowing.
What if we just stop rowing? That should get their attention.
Can I try to persuade the crew to stop rowing or row in the opposite direction?
You can, but that's a very high roll.
Okay.
Considering 4 of them were about to kick your ass last night.
Yeah.
Not even that. You would have to roll. Honestly, the only way you would pass is if you roll a nat 20. So I think naturally, I don't think you can get it because it's DC 30 to convince. They're on a mission. Like this is they're fighting for pride and country right now. Even the ones who don't want to be there. Like it's not like you guys are slaves. It's just literally like that's the part of your guys' life and system. It's
Yeah,
it's your job. It's a draft. It's not like slavery. So if you're gonna try to like suddenly stand up and do all these things, keep in mind you're not the only ship out in sea. You guys are actually surrounded by multitudes of other ships, all sailing. So if you try turning around, just keep that in mind.
Shot down.
Just keep that in mind.
Fuck. All right. Damn. Okay.
Is there
I don't know then.
like they're just below deck? Never mind. There's not like a hatch on the floor.
Well, that is the way to get in. It's a hatch.
Oh,
There is
It's
no
not like a
stairway
door.
that's going down. No, it's a hatch. But it's like I said, heavily barricaded and locked from the
Mhm.
inside.
Well, if we can't turn this ship around, then we're in for a rough ride ahead.
no way but forward.
I just, in a panicked daze, kind of meander back to my post and sit down and just start rowing. We're fucked.
So as you approach closer, you begin sailing over what looks to be like a black portion of the sea. The color immediately shifts to just literally like a pitch black water, and it stretches out for quite literally almost like a mile or two worth.
Are we the only ship in it?
Well, you and many others that are within this radius.
Oh, okay.
The clouds get dark, the lightning strikes, the thundering claps louder, and all of a sudden, you feel rumbling below the ship. Just like you hear loud, like tick 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 tick, like sounds, and it's getting louder and louder, and it's not just in one spot; it's throughout the entire ship. As that happened, the waves start to get rowdier and rowdier to the point where the ship is literally teeter-tottering back and forth along the waves and then crashing back into the water, and then the waves pick up the ship again and then crash back into the water. These are waves so large that you've never seen anything like this in your life before. And all of a sudden, almost with perfect precision, various people almost seem to look like they're being sniped. You see people getting hit with stray, think of like strands of water leaving and hitting them. And all of a sudden, people are falling over, collapsing, getting knocked out. And to symbolize this, these are all the people who will be knocked out. You start watching people less rapidly falling over. It almost looks to be as if something is intentionally causing this to happen. Multiple people on board just hit the ground with few to spare. You hear that little tic-tac sound get louder and louder, and all of a sudden, you see these, like, almost rock stones, boulders even, just leap from all over the edge and land onto the ship. You find yourselves surrounded by giant crabs. And with that being said, roll initiative.
Oh boy.
Probably not too much.
22 for the initiate.
18 for me.
Did you see mine?
Yeah, it automatically
I think you got-
calculates on my end.
Okay,
nice.
cool. Very fancy.
There we go.
It's still paused.
Oh
Crab out.
yeah, that's cool.
Oh, that is dope.
Yeah,
Except for like half the ship who's gone.
and now, the real game begins. The initiate goes first.
All right.
I believe you guys should be able to see it too, right? It tells you guys the
Yeah,
initiative
it's up in
order.
the top.
Yeah, we can see it at the top.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Fucking dope.
That's the new feature because now I can toss in, remove, add all kinds of things now without having to create encounters for it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
God, those 4 crabs at the end are gonna be fucking ridiculous. Okay, so I'm going to I'm gonna be up here. Oh, I shouldn't use that. I'm gonna come down and I'm just gonna punch the crab.
All right. Also, I love that I don't have to label the monsters anymore. It automatically labels them all for me now. The whole like A, B, C, D.
Yep.
That was an update that they added too. I love that.
Nice.
All right, you miss.
Fuck. And then what can I do for bonus actions? Oh, unarmed. Okay, it looks like I can make an unarmed strike as a bonus attack. A bonus action. You're not wearing armor. Okay, or wielding a shield. While unarmed or wielding monk weapons. Yeah, quarterstaff is a monk weapon. Yeah, so I can try and hit it again, it seems like. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna try again. $17.
All right, real quick.
Yeah.
Okay. Just double checking. All right, and that one hits.
Sweet. All right, this will be 8 damage for that one, for E.
All right.
And that is my turn.
Up next would be Goblin 1, who's gonna frantically come running up to this guy. With his little spear. He rolls 13 to hit, but misses. Giant Crab A, which is exactly who he was fighting, is gonna fight back. And rolls 19 to hit.
Shit. I think that definitely hits a goblin.
And does 4 damage to Goblin 1. Yeah, he looks hurt. Baurus!
I'm assuming as soon as we saw the crabs coming on board, I would have drawn my sword, so I'm going to be swinging at Crab B with my family's great sword.
All right.
22 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, and then... Damn, 13 damage.
That was that Crab B?
Yep.
You are more than prepared for this fight, as when this crab lands before you, you have already drawn out your weapon, and you immediately split the crab in half, killing it.
Alright, and then with my movement, I'm going to put myself right next to Crab D. Just to protect Alaric and Leroy.
All right.
And that will be it. I don't believe I got any bonus actions. Nope, it's just second wind, and I don't need to gain any health back.
Awesome. Right, we got Crab C, who is going to gang up on this goblin. And it is also rolled 19 to hit
This goblin's getting fucked.
and does 4 damage to Goblin 1. This goblin is looking battered, bloodied. He's you see him breathing heavily. You see tears coming out of his eyes. Let's see here. Alric is gonna run in, assist Baurus. However, he rolls 4 to hit. Adam.
Right. Let me see. I'm thinking. Okay, I'm thinking I will use Chill Touch against Giant Crab F. Does 12 hit?
That misses.
Let me see. yeah, bonus action is 2-weapon fighting, but I don't have any weapons right now. Shoo. Tee. I reckon that is my
One thing we have to do is start an equipment.
Yeah. No, I got knocked out. They took my shit, you know? Yeah, that's my turn.
All right. We got Lidora, who's going to help. She's going to take her shot at this crab. But she misses. Giant Crab D is going to attack Ulrich. What was it? But it misses. Giant Crab E is going to attack the Initiate. $11 to hit.
Hmm?
11 to hit.
Me? Yeah. No, that misses.
All right. Crab F. Hey. Oh, you Crab F?
Right next to Adam.
Oh, there you are.
Mm-hmm.
Rolls 12 to hit.
You go off armor class for that, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep, that hits.
And does 3 damage.
I will cast Hellish Rebuke as a reaction to that.
Oh, shit.
No.
Oh, shit.
So what do I do here?
Just don't forget that once you use that spell, you have to cross it off. Or not cross it off, but
Use a spell slot.
use a spell slot. Yep.
Yeah, it says packed slot.
Okay, nice.
And that recovers every...
Short rest, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, because I believe it's just first level.
Mm-hmm. Yep, there it goes. So what do I do? I hit the thing.
So you
Oh,
hit
no.
where it says cast Hellish Rebuke. And
Did
What is
that-
a saving throw on your part?
yep. Dex 13 is what they gotta get.
Me or the crab?
Crab.
Okay.
They failed. They rolled 7.
Can't imagine they're very dexterous.
So now you click the 2d10. Well, funny enough, their dexterity is actually their highest right next to strength.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's actually tied.
10. Where's that at?
What, 15? So plus 2?
No.
Here, is that like in the game log and dice section?
It's right,
no,
it's
wait.
right after you just click cast. It's 2d10s right next to Hellish Rebuke.
You have to click on that.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Really? I'm not seeing.
Maybe
I'm not
hit
really
spells
seeing anything.
or reactions.
Yeah, I'm in reactions under actions. Like I've got Hellish Rebuke pulled up.
Oh yeah, just go to your spells.
Wait, spells. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay.
Right. 14 damage to Crab F.
Nice.
Boil that crab.
As you do that, you basically set this crab on fire, and now you just see a beautifully cooked red crab before you. That will be for dinner later. Giant crab G is gonna come now to Goblin 1. And rolls 7 to hit, but that misses. And then we got Ethan, who's gonna come running up behind it. He's gonna do his little best, but he misses. All right, top of the board, initiate.
All right. So the ones circled in purple, they're dead or they're knocked out?
They're knocked out.
Okay. I'm going to... They're knocked out. Okay. So... Okay, let me deal with this crab first. I'm going to... Let's see, can I... How big is this crab, like, compared to me?
Let me see what it said.
I guess about the size of a Kangler.
All right. They are... It says that they are considered a medium-sized creature.
Okay, it's about the same size as me.
Yeah, they're pretty mighty.
Pretty big. Alrighty, so I've already done 8 damage to it, so we're gonna punch it again.
All right.
Ooh, that was close. That almost landed on 7. 22 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
Great. And 8 more. I just damage. 8 damage.
Grab E. So yeah, score back up with this bad boy, and you drive your fist through his skull, or well,
Hell
shell.
yeah. And then I'm going to, because we can still move and stuff right after we.
Yeah.
So I've got movement and action. Yeah. I'm gonna come over here to the orc, and I'm gonna like shake him awake. Tell him we need help.
You are. Let's see here.
Would that require a full action in order to try to wake him up, or?
Yeah, that's a full
Oh,
action,
okay.
not a bonus action.
Okay, then
Also,
I'll
it requires. Actually, it's a lot of things that I don't think you have.
really? Oh, like a medicine kit or stuff like that?
You can. Yeah, there's various different things. You can heal them. Your character has the knowledge to perform a medical procedure. Again, more medicine stuff. Healer's kit.
Which I actually have one of those.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, in reality, the kit would only stabilize them, not bring them back up.
Yeah. That's what most of these are. It's literally used to just stabilize them.
Yeah, and I don't really have anything that can heal anybody.
Yeah, the only way to bring them back up is to either wait it out, like let time pass, or
Mhm.
if you have a healing spell that can like bring them back.
Yeah, I don't have anything like that. I can't just slap him and wake him up.
Yeah, they're all unconscious. They all got one tapped.
Yeesh. Alright. Then, I don't know. I guess that, I don't know how much movement that was, but I'm gonna go attempt to go help Ethan. With whatever movement I have left.
That's how you probably only use like 5 feet.
Yeah. I've got 30. Yeah, I'll come over here, help them out. I still have my bonus action, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Because all I did was move. Well, I punched that one guy and moved. Somehow I can... Yeah. Yeah, so then I'll hit Crab A with my bonus. Ooh, 23 to hit.
That hits.
Sweet. Ooh, 6 bludgeoning damage is what that is.
All right, Crab A. Take 6 damage.
Sweet.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. That's the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, Goblin 1 is going to swing on Crab A as well. But he misses.
Damn.
Crab A is going to retaliate and attack you. Uh, 11 to hit.
Nope, does not hit.
All right, Baurus.
I'm gonna be swinging at Crab D here.
All right,
18.
that hits.
And then another 13 damage.
All right, once again, you split this crab in half.
Okay, so then let's see here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And that's as close as I can get.
All right. Giant crab C is gonna take another chomp out of Goblin. $11 to hit, but it misses. Yeah. We got Alric, who's gonna go 5. And oh, it is. All right. Adam.
Righty. I'm thinking I'll come on over here and hurl a firebolt at Crab C. Does 9 hit?
That miss it.
God damn it. Fuck. Alrighty. I guess that is my turn.
All right, all right, all right. Yeah, you're not properly 30. Giant crab G is gonna take his chomp out of the goblin, but he misses.
I can't tell if I'm properly in a square or not.
That's fine. The flag's blocking it. We got Ethan, who's gonna take his swing? There we go. Finally, someone lands a hit. 17.
Hello?
Hello?
Your what hurts?
Does 4 damage to Crab A. Alright, initiate.
All right, let's punch some crabs. So I'm gonna take a swing at Crab A. 21 to hit.
That hits.
Yes, do. Oh, 5 damage.
5 to number A.
Yeah.
You drive your fist through the shell. Gone.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna run over to G, take my bonus, and I'm hands above my head, coming down with both fucking interlaced hands, smacking that motherfucker in the forehead.
Alright.
Damn, that was really cool. 13 to hit. I
Alright.
fucking know that misses.
Man hit himself in the dick.
Here's a
Punch yourself on the dick.
testicle pops.
To like take 10 damage. So we got. That was the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's it.
Right. Goblin is gonna attempt to fight. But he keeps on missing. Baurus!
Hanging on by a thread.
Okay, let's see here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 gets me up to fucking Crab C.
Here you go. Grab his dick and twist it.
Oh my
Go
god!
big twist.
It's an MMA fight.
That misses.
Okay, so let's see here. He will still take 3 damage, I believe.
Oh?
Just let me pull this up. If your attack with a greatsword misses a creature, you can deal damage to that creature equal to the ability modifier. Oh no, so he takes 5 damage. Or would it be 3?
Phase. Back roll.
I could use to make the attack roll, so yeah, he would take 5 damage.
God damn!
Yep. So yeah, even if I miss some motherfuckers, I'm still dealing damage.
Let's see. C. Alright. He's
Swinging that
grazed.
thing.
It's such a good ability.
Which one's that?
Graze.
Ah,
Yep, it's a fighter ability.
Oh yeah. Alright. That was the end of your turn?
Yes.
Alright, Crab C is gonna fight right back. I assume 8 does not hit.
That does not.
Alright. Where is he? Alric. 5, 10, 15, 1. Oh shit. He's gonna take a jab. But he misses. Adam!
Okay. Gonna move down here. Do I have the movement for that?
You should have 30 feet, so I would assume yes.
Okay. Alright. I am going to attempt another firebolt at Crab C.
Or do you?
Do I actually? That is a good question. I take it back. I take it back. I'm going to target Crab G with Chill Touch. Is that it?
That
Is it
misses.
just- Lagging.
Oh, I see it.
What did it come out as?
11.
Yeah, does that hit?
No, that misses.
I swear to God! Fuck. Got a +5 modifier on all of those too. Motherfucker.
Damn.
Alright. Fucking shit. Alright. And that's my turn. Jesus.
Oh, let's see here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. Yeah. Just out. Giant Crab G is going to throw hands with the Initiate.
Oh shit. He can try.
11 to hit.
Nope.
Alright, he misses.
Good attempt. Good attempt.
Ethan is going to attack the... No, I'm joking.
Everybody's gonna try to plan to hit on this.
Let's see here. 7 hit the crab, but he also misses. Back to the Initiate.
Sweet. We're gonna punch the crab again. 18 to hit.
That hits!
Give it to me. Give it to me.
1 damage.
We're having a crab. Damn it. 5 hit. 5 point. Blah, 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 damage. 5 damage.
Is that G?
G. Big G.
Alright. He's still standing.
Not for long.
Alright, do your thing.
I'm gonna bonus attack. But same thing. We're punching crabs. 23 to hit. Fuck. Okay, I'm liking this monk character.
Alright.
Here we go again. There we go. 8 damage.
Which way you thinking of going? Do you open hand for elements, Duncan?
Because of his background, 4 elements would kind of make sense.
Be the
Kind
avatar.
of. Sort of. But I'm still learning about the different ways. But, all right. And
Krabby
with
Wabby
that,
is dead.
that's both my attacks. So I'm going to I'm just gonna kind of move in a little closer. Or that goblin's looking hurt. That would be attack of opportunity if I grabbed him and ran away or pulled him out of the fight.
Accidentally throws him off the boat.
No, I'm not throwing him anywhere. I'm just pulling him. I was gonna pull him behind me. But I think that would also require like an action to do.
Sir.
Yeah, I can't do that. I've already used my attack and bonus action. So I'm good.
Alright, Mr. Goblin is gonna proceed to miss as usual. Baurus.
Let's just kill this crab.
Alright, let's just kill it.
That's 9, so no, so he still takes the 5 damage at least.
Takes the 5. Crab is grumpy with you. He's gonna try to fight back. 13 to hit.
That misses.
But he missed. Ulrich does 15 that hit. That matches. And he does 6 damage, shoving the spear right through the crab and killing it.
Nice.
And with that being said, you are all out of combat.
Thank goodness.
I'm immediately going to go over to the fully cooked crab and grab one of its legs and start eating.
Amen.
Sounds Gucci and the Hoochie.
Could you pass me a leg of that?
Sure thing. I mean, it was your kill, so only appropriate.
Does anybody have any healing spells? We need to get our comrades up.
No,
Um,
healing here.
I do not.
let's see.
I know how to kill. I don't know how to heal.
Of the ones,
I'm asking this to everybody who can hear me here.
I know not.
The only
how
one that
to
I could think
heal,
of would maybe
only
be
to
Ilara, just
Yeah.
because she's a bard.
but not enough to
Yeah.
bring back everyone. Like literally just one person.
One person?
Yeah. So we got a paladin. Have her revive the paladin.
Who's the paladin?
I don't know. That's why I was asking if we had a paladin.
Oh.
Perception check.
Like this is why I was telling you guys to go mingle, and not a single person wanted to mingle. That
Well,
was
I've
your
been trying to look at peeps.
that was your guys' chance to go about and talk to people, learn who they are, what they are. But instead, y'all chose to keep to yourselves.
Mm.
Well, you tell somebody who's been kept separate for their whole life to go mingle. They're not going to.
The goblin just goes, "Sounds like a personal problem."
I wasn't saying that out loud, you fucker.
Goddamn metagaming bastard.
Damn metagaming. Who said you could break the fourth wall?
Joke's on you. Everything you say out loud is considered out loud unless you say it's not.
You look worse for wear.
Just like that. Goblin goes, "I'm gonna put the gang on you, and hopefully no one will stop it this time."
Mm.
I feel like you might have angered some short people.
He just got to initiate turn and goes, yes, he did.
What I'm gathering is that Adam is sizist.
Sizist? Boy is 3 inches shorter than me.
Anyone shorter than Adam is gonna face his wrath.
I'm 5'11", so like, you know, it's a decent proportion.
Man's
How
tall is
literally
Baurus?
standing average.
Yeah, just above, and I gotta be cocky about it.
Paris is gonna go to Alaric and Ethan and make sure that they're all right.
All right.
And just tell him if I let anything that happen to you, do you know what your father would do to me?
They
I'm gonna
both.
search the ship for
All right.
supplies.
They both just look at Baurus with like a devious grin, and they just kind of like shake their heads jokingly. It's like, he'll be fine.
We are at war, so your father would understand if you did come home with a missing limb.
Ulrich puts his arm over Ethan's shoulder and just kind of goes, "We're dead." All right.
Has no one seen a commander this whole time?
There is no
Down below.
commander.
Like, Baurus, how loud do you shout that?
With enough with an exasperated tone, be like, "Come on."
I'm just saying, if we're gonna fight this war out here, we may as well get some direction along the way.
We will when we get to land.
If we get to land.
And as you say that, you hear the ship groan again. The seawater rising so high with its waves and splashing that your guys' boots are drenched. However, the thunderstorm had stopped, and silence returns. The waves still. Too still.
Oh, fuck. Start the piano.
It's the calm before the storm.
Poseidon.
You see the clouds above
Poseidon.
split lightly, revealing a faint shimmer of light. For a single breath, you think it's all over. But then, the water begins to recede. Rapidly. Not just from the deck of the ship, but the sea itself. The ocean begins to pull away, like 1,000 tides reversed.
Oh, shit.
Fish begin scattering, swimming by. The entire ship tilts, as if it is being drawn to something vast. You hear it before you even see it. A low, gurgling groan from beneath, like the earth itself is exhaling through waterlogged lungs. The mast begins to tremble. The hull creaks, not from the wind or waves, but from the weight.
Oh.
The pressure.
I don't think this is normal.
Then, shapes begin to emerge. Far off, but rising. Almost as if a circular mountain surrounded you. The sea itself begins to bulge upwards. You can't see what it is. However, everything begins swirling. Spiraling column of black water with foam. The smell of salt goes away, but instead, a wretched stench fills the air. It becomes thick, humming with a sound that is not thunder or wind, but something ancient. Something hungry. From below, You can hear loud sounds of groaning and water gargling. You see the ships around you firing cannons off into the distance, firing at the center of this black water. And all of a sudden, you all feel the vibration of a beat. You all hear like a dun 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 vibrating. When suddenly, something opens. It doesn't break the surface fully, but just for an instant, you see glistening, jagged teeth spiraling upwards into the impossible black water. A mouth wide enough to swallow hundreds of ships whole.
What the fuck?
One of the sailors, actually, in particular, the goblin who's looking over the edge and seeing all this, you hear him scream, "By the gods! That's a mouth!"
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
And the wind is sucked from the air. All the ships lurch forward, all being dragged towards the center of this rising spiral, like the sea itself is being inhaled. As everything starts to go circular and faster and growing darker and darker, you begin to fall forward towards the mouth of the deep. You guys. Everyone, roll me a history check.
Ooh, that's a nat 20. But 22 after bonus.
That is an 8.
All right. The initiate, you are the only one who knows what you are facing. From your studies as a monk and the, countless of meditation, book reading, and such, you've learned many things of ancient history, especially considering your monastery.
Mhm.
You know for an absolute fact that this is the legendary and mythical creature known as Thal Azul.
Dal Azul?
And you all are about to be swallowed. And that is the end of the session.
So Jonah and the whale.
Much worse than a whale.